You for another nail guitar lick session. Today we're taking a look at the Eric Clapton tune Change the World and looking at the opening lick from that. Some really cool things going on. This lick sort of resides halfway between two different common positions of the E minor pentatonic. Now, if you don't know your scales and you want to get those things going, to give you a better foundation for getting this lick going to start with, check out my other channel, which is Nail Guitar Skills, and that'll help you with the scales and that sort of thing. If you want to get straight into it, or you've already got your skills going as far as your scales go, here's what we're looking at. This is kind of hovering in this position between your standard 12th position E minor pentatonic and then your root 5 7th position pentatonic shape. It's in this sort of space here, which a lot of people aren't quite so familiar with. Now, the funny thing is, the top notes of this position, that one, tend to be the bottom notes of this kind of in-between position, and then the bottom notes of this one. That sounds awfully confusing, doesn't it? It's actually very, very simple once you look at it on a diagram and you've got the shape there. So, let's have a look at this damn lick before I confuse you any further. Here it is. Okay, so there is our lick. Let's slow that down and have a look at what's inside of it. Cool things. So we start off in that little in-betweeny position that I was telling you about, which is basically 10th position for the E minor pentatonic. So we're going to get this really cool double stop to start with, which is 12 on the B string and 10 on the E string. We're going to slide up to our 12 to start with. Let's count them. How many have we got? 1, 2, 3. I'm losing count. Here we go. I think we've got 6. It's kind of weird when you're playing it trying to count it at the same time. I'm going to slide down to our 10 with our third finger and then bounce between 8 and 10. 8, 10, 8, 10. So we've got so far. Hope you've got that under your fingers so far. And from there we're going to get this cool little bending thing happening with a reverse bend. So what have we got there? We're on the 10th fret. Here we are in 8th position. And we're going to reverse bend our 10th fret. So we're bending pretty much from the 12th fret coming down. Once again, if you're hazy with your bends and all this seems a little bit tricky at the moment, again, check out Nail Guitar Skills, and I should have a lesson for you there that will kind of, get you into these bending nuances and all the fiddly stuff there. So we've got a pull-off on the end of the reverse bend, and then we're going to jump over with our second finger to 9th fret on the G string, and then our first finger on the 9th fret on the D. Sort of a little arpeggio going on there. Okay, let's have a look at it so far. Cool lick, that. I love that. I could sit on that all day. It's kind of like the, Are You Gonna Go My Way, Lenny Kravitz, when you do it like that over and over again. And here's the great thing, I can go off onto these little meanderings in these lessons because that's what it's all about, taking these licks and using it as fuel for you to take you further in your own little ideas. So you can see I've got these little ideas coming off of it myself already, and that's exactly the idea, taking these licks that inspire. And then from there, we're in 7th position. So we're going to go from 7 to 9 on the G string, hammer on, back to 7. And then we're going to use our third finger and get a little grace note, real quick slide down from our 9 on the D, sliding down to the 7. And then 5 with our first finger on the D. Cool lick, that as well. Eric Clapton? No, Eric Clapton, you're a very smart man as far as these licks go. I just wouldn't think of doing that myself, and that's what, you know, kind of I hope to do in these lessons. Bring you these cool little things that you wouldn't think of yourself, because it's always the subtleties. It's what I like to call the how, not the what. The what is the scales. Everyone knows the scales. The how is the stuff that, you know, how you do